I don't know that I ever necessarily said I want to be the superintendent, but I thought I want to be in a position where I can make those good decisions for kids. I was going to look for a position, and it just turned out that the superintendent I was working with was leaving, and the school committee actually decided not to do a search, and they appointed me their superintendent. And so I was really fortunate to become the superintendent, where I had just spent 3 years as the assistant and had some good relationships with folks. My relationship with my school board has always been very honest. When I interviewed for Portsmouth 4 years ago, I told them, they said, "Is there anything else you want us to know?" I said, "I want you to know I'm the mother of 6 children. And that makes me the best me I can be, and that makes me empathize, sympathize, and understand where parents are coming from when they talk about their own children and concerns or issues that they have." So I think if you're clear with your school committee and they know what's important to you and they know I'll be there for emergencies and crises, and if something happens in the district, I'll be there, but I also need the time to be able to step out and watch that little kindergarten play or, be at my son's after-school soccer game. I think that helps me keep the balance, and I think my committee appreciates that, and I think that we can't let those schedule things be what keeps us from becoming, the best superintendent or assistant superintendent or principal that we can be, because you have to be able to do both. Family is so important to women, and I hear that excuse from them all the time, and so it's kind of wonderful to have the example of saying, well, if I can do it with 6 kids, you can do it with your 2 or 3 or 1. My greatest joy in serving as a superintendent, and this is one of the pleasures I get to relive every year, is high school graduation. There is nothing more powerful than the pride you feel standing on that stage while every senior comes up and grabs that diploma and shakes your hand. I feel like I live it every year through every student. It's just really the final message that we've done what we needed to do to make kids successful. What surprises me most in the work of being a superintendent is that every day is different. There's no such thing as a day or an hour sometimes that looks the same. And I think that's what keeps the job exciting and challenging, and that invigorates me on a regular basis. The advice that I would give other women is to not think of yourself, number one, as a woman aspiring to be superintendent, but rather a person who is looking to continue to improve and to do everything they can do to make children successful. There's a stereotype of what a superintendent is and what a superintendent looks like. And I think it's really important for women to continue to push through those barriers, like we do in every other field.
This episode of Women in School Leadership, Navigating Pathways to the Superintendency, was made possible by the generous support of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation as part of the AASA Women in School Leadership Initiative.